Now it's time for a pro tip. So I've created my first diagram and I want to use these same shapes on my next diagram and then just resize them instead of building them and from scratch each time. That is a tedious process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the screen with my trackpad and then I'm going to drag that rectangle that pops up around my shapes, and then I can press Control C to copy, and then I go to the next slide and I press Control V to paste. And then that way I can resize my diagrams and I can make them shorter or longer as needed so that I don't have to keep rebuilding them. Also, once you make one a certain size, and sometimes if you're particular like me, you might want to zoom in so you can see where the edges are a little bit better. So I wanted to zoom in. I use that little zoom tool right there, zoom in and resize this just a little bit so it's really two. So that if I resize that, I can also use the same idea and I can then copy and paste this one. So I copied it, I clicked on it, press Control C to copy, and then I used Control V to paste. And then I can use my arrow keys to put that where I want to, or I can drag it with my mouse. Another thing you can do, just as a pro tip, if I wanted just to copy these and resize them collectively. So what I can do now is, since they're all highlighted, or if I choose to highlight them all again, if you can see the box, that highlight box goes all the way around everything. If I drag and resize that whole thing, it's going to shrink all of them. So I can do that also to shrink all of them at once until it's the size that I want. So each of those rectangles is my new value. So that's also an option. Instead of doing one at a time, is you can select multiple ones and resize them as well. Thanks for learning with me.